like a baby.
An incarcerated individual at New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, press. Preventing suicide is important. If you have concerns during this call, please contact the individual's facility to communicate with them. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yo. Yo, what's the word, my boy? You live, man.
Yo, I can't call you. I'll let you spoil it.
Hey, yo, listen, man. For the viewers, this is Behind the Wall with Pop the Ock. The purpose of this is to create awareness and to educate. By no means are we trying to glorify prison or criminal activity. Yo, introduce yourself, my brother.
Yo, you know the vibes, man. It's your boy Flock That, you heard?
Yo.
Live from Elmira.
Yo, I appreciate you pulling up and, spending some time with me today. Hey, yo, listen, so...
Not a problem. I got number time, motherfucker.
For real. Yo, listen, gang. I see y'all coming off of the strike, man. Yo, the strike is over. I guess the officers is back to work, man. I want to know, man, how was that strike for y'all?
Oh, man. The strike, put it in a nutshell, it was horrible. No, sister, excuse me, since the officers wasn't here, they had the National Guard, which is the Army dudes. They had them in the spot. They had it locked down. He had showers for 3 weeks. Wasn't able to get on the phone. They was giving us food through the gate in bags, cold food. We're entitled by the state to have one hot meal a day. So a lot of our constitutional rights was violated, especially the kid custody control, because officers are in charge of the kid custody control, and for 30 days we didn't have that.
Yeah,
so it was a real trying time.
No showers, no showers, no visits. What about mail?
See, the thing is with the mail, it started opening up like a couple weeks after the strike. Oh. But the mail, there was nothing going on. No packages, no commissary, no nothing. Nothing going on.
All right, so the strike is over. The officers they back to work now, right?
The strike is not over, and some of them came back. No, we still on lockdown. They just opening things up little by little because some officers came back because so the governor said if they don't come back, you're done, you're terminated, you don't get no pension, no nothing. So the dudes that got 20 years in that need that pension came back.
Oh yeah.
So the majority of dudes
they applied that pressure.
So yeah.
Damn.
Definitely applied that pressure.
So how that feel, bro? You in the middle of something, you already don't got no control being an inmate, and now you got officers that don't even want to be back to work. They coming to work, they're forced to come to work, and they don't want to be there. How you feel they're treating y'all?
Honestly, that's a good question because I noticed that the COs like more angry than what they was before. You know, these are all majority white people. They all cracking, so they don't like us anyway. But it's like it's worse now because they gotta be. It's like they're in prison now because they're forced to be here. So it's kind of worse, too. But basically,
word. Yo,
they just paid me.
My question: do you know why they went on strike?
Boom, perfect. The reason why they went on strike is because they saying that jails are not safe because of the Hope Bill. The Hope Bill is a bill enacted by legislators so people don't do substantial amount of time in the box no more. As far as you got to do doing 10 years, 15 years in the cell with no nothing. So the Hope Bill is you can't do more than 12 months in the box. You can't go to the box for frivolous things no more. So still a way to big ticket send you to the box. They can't do that no more. People's not going to the box no more, so they gotta work now. So nobody wants to work. We live in America. Everybody want to get paid to do shit. So they're trying to get rid of the Hope Bill, but the Hope Bill is for inmates.
Yeah.
So
For people don't know, what is the box? What is the box? You're not in the box right now, right?
The box is called the SHU, Special Housing Unit. Okay. But now it's called the RU, Rehabilitated Residence Unit. Because now in the box, you can have your property, you can have your you get the phone tablet, you can go to commissary. So you can do things now in the box. You can't do more than 12 months.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what that's about.
So why the officers didn't want people to be let out the box? Why they wanted to keep niggas stuck in the box for years? Like, what was the purpose of that?
What was the purpose of creating prison in the first place? It's modern day slavery. It's a control thing.
All right. Now, I see they.
If I was to argue with a steel right now, like, fuck you, cracker, he gonna write a ticket and get me sent to the box. That's how it was. And I'll do 6 months over some shit he lied about.
6 months in the box.
Oh, yeah, and they get paid.
They get
for
paid.
Bullshit. So look, so anytime a steel writes you a ticket, we have to pay $5.
Word.
And they get that bread. I don't know if they accumulate mad tickets and get a little extra $100, but that's how it works.
Nah, that's crazy. So boom. All right. Right now, you're in a maximum security prison. Am I right?
Yes, I mean.
So
yes, sir. Man.
What's the difference between that? Because you already in max. So what's the difference between that and the box?
There's no difference. There's literally no difference.
There's no difference.
Is that they got programs, and that's it. Other than that, it's really no difference. So, excuse me. In population, when you're not in confined in the max, you can go to rec. You know what I'm saying? You can go to shower. So it's different than about you get a shower every other day. So it's still different, but it's literally no different.
All right.
In the max. I've been in a medium before too, so I kind of know the difference.
What's the difference between a medium and a maximum security facility?
A medium, you have dorms, and you have cookie cutters, which your cube will have a bed, 2 lockers, a big locker, a little locker, and a chair. And then right next to it is another individual. You can get up, get on the shower when you want, get on the phone when you want. You can go in the day room. You can do, it's more freedom, it's not. You're not in the cell.
Okay.
And behind the wall, in the maximum, you can only come out yourself if it's program hours or rec.
All right.
Or if you have like a mental health call out or like this. Other than that, you're in your cell all day.
Nah, man, that's tough right there. So listen, right? I wanted to talk about like how you feel about the police. Do you feel they're safe in prison, or do you feel like, because I think that was an issue with them going on strike, like they saying that the whole deal made it safe.
So they're safe. It's not gonna make no difference. They're not gonna come back and be more safe by throwing niggas in the box. It's no different. They just I don't know. But they're safe.
Well,
but it's like you can't really never be safe, because safety is at somebody's discretion. Because I could be on the phone with you, right, Pop, and be mad, come on myself and knock the police out. So are you really ever safe when you're dealing with other people?
That's
not really.
And that's a concern. All right. When I think about jail and in prison, I feel like everybody shouldn't be in jail. Some people should be in prison, and some niggas should be in psychiatric homes. Like, how do you feel about inmate mental health in prison? Do you feel like everybody deserve to be there, or some of these niggas need professional help?
Majority of these brothers need professional help. And before we finish, let's not use the word inmate. It's called incarcerated individual.
Incarcerated individual, for sure.
And we're not inmates, we're incarcerated individual or convict. But to answer your question, yes, they need professional help because you got people that got a long lifetime of trauma. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they just need that type of help to be productive in society. You think somebody got a problem, right? And you sit them in a cage, well, in a cell for a couple years. How are you helping him?
Yeah.
You're not helping him. You kind of making him worse because like a dude feel like he don't have nothing to lose. I'm gonna keep it on the eye.
And about
it made me worse. This is my second bid. You know that you my man, so you know.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me worse because when I came on my last bid, you couldn't tell me nothing. I waited off. It's just like you can't really tell me nothing. What can you do to me? Send me back to jail? I've been there before. And all my niggas there.
I think
so
I think part of it is that being in prison force you to gain survival tactics that may not be so conducive to society. Like the way that you have to be in prison to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you explain the mindset that you gotta have in prison so you could survive and you could make sure you come home safe, no cuts on your face, make sure you get home to your family?
So, boy, to answer that question, the mindset is always survival. Him is it's always going to be him or me, but there's rules in prison because we all live here together, so there's rules. The big thing in prison is respect.
Okay.
You respect me, I respect you. You mind your business, you won't have no problem. Now, the survival thing, you got to learn, it's like even in the street. To make money or to survive, you gotta be a servant. Because the number one key to success is of being a servant. So you gotta do that know how to cook. You gotta do that know how to do hair. You gotta do that tailor pants. See, tailor pants is the new thing now because you know these clothes are horrible, so niggas are tailoring it. So it feels like they got a little Marys on.
So you got niggas fixing up the clothes so y'all could be dripped out, so y'all could be fleet. So like
yeah, that's what I do.
Pants fit.
I learned how to tailor pants, shirts, and I learned how to make hoops like liquor. That always makes sure.
You know how to make
sure I always eat.
Too?
Nah, hell no.
Oh, all right. Well, you practicing, nigga. Man, learn how to make.
But see, the thing I know how to cook. So a lot of the bros come to me, bring me food, and you know, I chef out type shit.
Word.
You heard what Jada said? He done got left up north, but he was the chef up north.
Heard you. Yo.
But yeah.
How do you feel when they in jail? Do they make it like for you to be able to grow, for you to be able to learn shit, so you don't, when you come out in society, you're not doing things to go back to jail? Like, do you feel they rehabilitate y'all in prison?
I mean, they have things to rehabilitate you for it. ART, there's an anger management program. They have ASAP, the drug program. They got trades for barbershop, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, horticulture. The list goes on. Every facility, every jail, it's the FA, but it's the things you could do. So you could go to electrical and come home and actually be an electrician and get some coins or cut hair. Those things you could do.
So what you doing in
if you want to do it?
You picked up any of those programs? You tried any of it?
Shit, nigga like me, I've been in and out the box, but right now I'm learning barbershop and electrical. Okay. That's my thing.
What's the longest time you spent in the box?
I just got out the box when in November I did 12 months.
12 months solitary. That's tough. Damn. What's the longest you heard about somebody being in the box? Like 15 years, 10 years. Well, what type of effect you think that'll do to somebody's mental health? Like,
I mean, it makes you real bitter. Cause it made me bitter. It made me very bitter and angry. But not angry like I want to do something to somebody angry, but angry at myself for letting another individual confine me. Because the worst thing to do or to be is not be able to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And as any man, all men is wired the same to a certain extent. We want to be able to do for ourselves. That's the point of being a man. You know what I'm saying? So it messes you up. So if you're not strong, it could break you. And if you are strong-minded, you'll learn from it.
So I think that's why, it's good to have family and stuff on the outside. Like, do you feel like having support is like you need that when you in prison? Because without outside family support,
yo, bro, you need it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. There's no getting around it. You need it. I mean, if you don't have it, there's nothing you can do about it. But it's very conducive to somebody's well-being. Because it feels good just to call my man Pop, bro, just to talk, just to chop it up about the town, call wifey, speak to the kids, because it gives you that sense of survival. I know what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for my family, fighting to go home. Because it hurt me every time I talk to my son. He's like, Daddy, when you coming back?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to answer it. It hurt, but it gave me that motivation, like, you got something to go home to. Because you lose sight of that in here, like we said about the survival. Because in prison, when it go up, it go up. Don't think because dudes in prison that they're safe. No. Everybody here got a fucking knife.
Yo.
And everybody in the night, majority, got 20 years to life. So some people don't give a fuck. They can take their hat off and won't care. Because you only get 10 years for a jail body.
You only get 10 years for a jail body. So if you already got life, it's like nothing they could do to you, right?
They're like, what can you do to me?
Damn. So, why you think people join gangs in prison?
All right, perfect. The reason why people join gangs in prison, for the same thing we were just talking about, they don't have no family. So people come together as brothers because we live together and we take care of each other. We are our own family. Sure. And some people do it because they're scared, so they want a little clutch. Some people do it because they was in the game before they even came to prison. And some people do it because of peer pressure.
But what you think the biggest gangs in prison is now? In New York, in the New York penal system. Yo, you fake breaking up, you heard?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, you sturdy.
Nigga, blood, nigga.
Blood. I mean, yeah, but it's
different. Homies, nigga.
It's different sets of blood. And from what I see, it looked like in jail, Bloods beef with Bloods more than other gangs.
That's exactly how it's going on. You know why? Because it got too big.
It got too big. All right. What about Crips in prison? Because I remember back in the day, it wasn't too many Crips up north, but I've heard it might be a little different now.
It wasn't none at all, but now they getting their numbers up. And I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get that shout out to Bobby Shmurda because them niggas kind of like paved that way. Not just him, because we had Blue Boy. He actually paved the way, but he was by himself going through it, but he was putting on niggas respect him. But Bobby and them niggas came through deep. Shit, and the niggas is deep now.
Word, nah, that's crazy. All right, what about fighting and oppression in jail? So we talked about the officers.
You gotta talk a little louder. I can't hear you a little bit.
My fault, homie. Look, what about the fighting and oppression in jail? So we talked about the officer safety, right? But you heard about the Robert Brooks situation, how all the officers stomped him out, beat him to death inside the prison. Do you see a lot of that?
Right. I see it all the time.
And what happens?
Police is the biggest game.
They the biggest game. So what happens when what the fuck? This shit just glitched out. You good? You sturdy? Yo,
yeah, I'm sturdy. I'm listening.
What you talking to me on now, right? Yo, for the people that don't know, let the people know what you talking to me on.
Oh, yeah, so I'm talking to you on the phone tablet. There's a tablet, and they got the phone on in there.
Y'all get those in y'all cell now, right?
Yeah, it's mine. It go with me everywhere I go.
That's fire. But yeah, so the Robert Brooks situation and police officers beating on inmates. If an officer beat and abuse an inmate, what is it that y'all could do about that?
I mean, you can write a grievance, called something called a grievance form. Excuse me. It's a grievance form. You can write a complaint. You know, it's a couple channels, but it's always their word against yours. If it's not on channel, there's no proof, or you don't got real injury, it's really ain't nothing gonna go on. You heard?
All right. Is it ever a certain instance where like an inmate an officer, a correctional officer is abusing an inmate, and another officer will stop in to prevent it or help the inmate?
I mean, I've seen things like that happen, but they kind of stick to the code. Like, we ain't blue, they ain't blue and we ain't green. So he probably won't say that to the officer right then and there, but he'll probably try to come talk to you and try to diffuse it. No, but you got some stand-up officers that probably got time in and he won't let that happen.
All right. So also, throughout all your bids, you've been in prison for a long time. I want to know, bro, what's the worst thing you think you've seen in there so far? Hopefully you don't see nothing worse now, but what's the worst thing you think you've seen in there?
What, prison?
Yeah.
I've seen it all. But the worst that I've seen in prison is a nigga, he shot his man because he was scared of what the other niggas would do to him.
So
other than going out with his man.
He turned on his own mans because he was scared of other
From
niggas?
the town, yeah. Because he's a part of the gang, they're all part of the gang. His man's in town, has some shit going on. Instead of riding with him and going out with him, he shot him because they said, you shoot him because you're the only one that can get next to him.
Oh my! So when you in jail, you really can't trust nobody.
Hell no, you can't trust nobody.
Damn. Not even.
That's why I shoot first, ask questions never.
Shoot first, ask questions never. All right. So listen, you heard which out of all the jails from Rikers Island, you feel me? Rikers Island. I know you've been through Green, you've been through the mediums, and now you in the maximum, and you've been in the box. Which one you think is like the worst one to be in?
I would say Rikers Island, because Rikers Island is a real rough place to be for individuals. But it's fun for me because, you know.
When you say Rikers Island, would you mean, like, because, you know, Rikers Island, they got adolescents, and then they got, you know, where the grown niggas at. You feel me? So which
I would say adolescents. I ain't been in adolescents since like 2010, but adolescents was rough. I know everybody know what happened with Khalid Bravo, and nothing was going on with a lot of people all the time.
Word.
It was adolescent rough. See, up north is a little bit more structured, you heard? Rikers Island is wild. Niggas getting shot for the police, niggas beating up police. It's just whatever goes, because there's no consequences. Up north, there's consequences. They give you new charges. 1 to 3 is ran consecutive after your bid. So when your bid is done, you got a fresh bid to do.
Damn.
So I think think twice before he do shit.
All right. I found religion on the street, but I know a lot of brothers who also turn Muslim in prison. How does it work with, if say you in a gang and then you decide to become Muslim, you take your shahada? How does that work?
It can work. So that's at whatever jail you in, it's at people's discretion. You know, because some people got favoritism, so it can always play out differently. But they tell you can't do both. Because they say you can't serve 2 masters, you can't double bang, whatever. I'm a Muslim, you know this, and I am what I am.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like,
it's just however
that question always could be up in the air.
All right. Also, you know, we got a brother, a friend who worked his way out of jail after doing 10 years, and I wanted to speak to you about inmate litigation. I've been seeing prisons, people go to jail and they become lawyers, and then they got lawyers in prison. Like, inmates that can help other people come home, right? Because when a nigga told me, yo, bro, it's a lawyer in here with me, send him money to so he could pay the lawyer so the lawyer could help him get home. I'm like, fuck you mean there's a lawyer in there with you? Like, talk about
so basically what he did was so you got dudes that the dudes that you're talking about, 9 times out of 10 are individuals that been down for 20 years, 30 years, and they've been in that law library every day learning the law, constitutions, what they can do, can't do, learning other cases of people that beat cases. And our brother LG got his time overturned. They gave him 22 years for burglary and a Chanel. And he got in that law library and he did what he had to do. He got home, got that time back, got home.
When you another thing I wanted to know, because he got 22 years, and who we speaking on, I hope I could get him up here one day. But what I was thinking about is, like, when you go in front of these judges, sometimes I don't think they be fair to black men. Do you feel like they give out the right time, like for the crime? Do you think the time niggas be getting, do you think it fit what they did?
No, but then you got, see, the law, they got some shit called guidelines. So if you do a robbery,
I couldn't hear you. Say it again.
All right, they got the law. Court system has something called guidelines. Meaning if you got a robbery and it's your first time, you can get probation, 6 months, or if they got evidence on you and they don't want to give you that, they probably give you a year for your first time, or 1 or 3. But when you get more felony, the guidelines go up. See me, I got 3 violent felonies and 1 non-violent. So, God forbid, start for law. If I was to go home and catch another felony, I'm not coming out of here ever again.
All right, yeah, that's tough. So what do you think, for you to, when you come home this time, what do you think is some of the steps you got to take and that anybody being out of jail should take so they can make sure they stay out of trouble, stay out the way, and don't go back?
Take your time. See, me, I realized my problem was I was always rushing like I was going back to jail.
Yeah.
I always felt like I was rushing, and I just felt like, okay, take your time. Be free. Do free shit. It's not all about money. It's not all about chasing women. It's not all about being fly. It's all about living life that God gave us. Right. You think God gave us life to kill each other over money or sneakers or half the things we do? No. So I tell people, if you come home, live your life. Find something that you like to do and do it. You ain't got to sell drugs to make $1 million.
Well,
you ain't got to hit on the next man, so I'm saying, to put yourself on a better pedestal.
And that's getting to it. So now, if you could speak to a younger version of you or any young brother out there that's thinking about joining gang or thinking about robbing somebody or going to shoot somebody, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, don't do it. It's not worth it. Because we only get one life, and time is precious. And we're giving it to somebody else, and they're getting paid for it. So I would tell a younger version of myself and the young brothers out there that's going through what we all went through, take your time. And don't do it. It's not worth it.
You know, I skipped some that I wanted to talk about, bro, because I feel like, when I know, I be seeing, like, common denominators and a lot of niggas that go to jail a lot. And a lot of niggas, bro, not only did they come from the same youth detention centers before, but they was in, like, some of the same group homes before. I think that might be a conversation because
that's true too, because I've been in growing up, I was in ACS, I was in 2 group homes, Children's Village, St. John, and then it came
you have 1 minute left.
It came to fucking Juvenile, Horizon, Crossroad Bridges, upstate Juvenile, coming home. 14 years old, chilling. Now 16 years old, on the Rikers Island.
And now you running into the same niggas in jail, right?
The same niggas, every nigga I was in group home with, or just juvenile with, or Rikers Island adolescents, they on top with me right now.
That's crazy. Like that.
Hey, yo, I'm about to call you right back. The shit about to hang up in any second.
All right, yeah, for sure. Call back.
An incarcerated individual at New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. An incarcerated individual's use of institutional telephones constitutes consent, and your calls may be provided to law enforcement agencies. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charge. Preventing suicide is important. If you have concerns during this call, please contact the individual's facility to communicate with them. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yo. All right, so we back, and so just to pick up where we left off, we was talking about how all the people that you say you was in foster care and group homes with, you up north in prison with them now.
Yeah, some of them, or rent across them somewhere on Rikers Island, but they all go through the same struggle. So I feel like that is a setup.
I feel like that's where it starts with the youth. Like if you want to help the youth and keep the youth out of prison, I think it does start in the foster care system, in the group homes. I think it starts with the kids who feel neglected the most and who don't have as much don't have the parental supervision they need, because this is a big city, and a lot could happen and a lot could go on, you know.
Shit, a lot has happened.
For sure. Word though. Yo, listen, bro. I definitely appreciate you pulling up on this joint for me, man. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Oh, y'all niggas. I hate y'all niggas. I'll fuck with y'all. Hey, yo, y'all be good. And yo, listen, if you got a loved one in prison, man, it's not all about money. It's not all about business. Send your people a letter. Let them know that you care for them. I'm saying, even pictures of work. But, just don't forget about your loved ones in prison, man, because it's a hard time. You got fucking crackers that's against us. They hate us. They colonizers. They do anything to keep us down. So, if you got a loved one, man, go see a loved one. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Shit like that, you heard?
Yo, again, this is Behind the Wall with Pop the Ock, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, yo, brother, call me right back. You heard? I appreciate you, gang.
You know that. Check clear.
Check clear.
Hey.